This is Jim with A1 Repairs. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. The point of the following video is to provide you an up-close view of the products that we sell, as if you were heading into our local hometown dealership to purchase one. With everybody shopping online, this is our attempt to bring you closer to the product rather than just viewing words on a web page. Please be sure to email or call with any questions that you may have, and also like us on Facebook for the latest product and industry updates. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Alright, here we have a Dolmar 7910 XD chainsaw. This saw is identical to the 7910. The only difference is you got your high capacity air filter here on the back. Now you can purchase a 7910 directly with this modification already added to it. If you currently own a 7910 without it, or 7900, 6400, 7310, or 7300, this is an accessory. You could purchase this and it will mount right up to your chainsaw. So whether you have a current one that's new for the year or you have one that's a couple of years older, any one of those models that I listed right there, you can add this this heavy duty extra capacity air filter to. So let's go ahead and pop it open so you can take a look at it. It's going to use your pre-existing quick snap clips from your old cover. Remove that. And there is your HD air filter. The first stage of filtration is done right there with the nylon mesh. Got your pre-filter. Just right there. And here's your heavy duty air filter right there. What I like about the air filter cover is you got the summer winter option available on your chainsaw already, or the one that you're looking to purchase. On this particular air hood, actually built in a filtration device right there, which is pretty nice on the XD version, or the accessory if you add it. Let's go ahead and put that back together. And there you have it. There's the XD modification kit, or the Dolmar 7910 XD. Alright, here we have the Dolmar 7910 chainsaw. This is the top gun of the lineup for the Dolmar chainsaws in the USA market. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to about Dolmar saws that they're well known for is having a high RPM range. Now, this particular saw is coming in at 12,800 RPM. The cylinder displacement is 78.5 cc's, and the horsepower is 5.7 horsepower on it. Now, dry weight, no bar, no chain, no gas, no oil, coming in at about 14.7 pounds, so that's the power head only. This saw, you could run a variety of bar lengths on it. The spec bars from Dolmar are 20, 24, 28, and 32. You can go larger than that if you want to, being that this is the big saw that they have in the lineup. So let's go ahead and dive into this saw here a little bit and show you some features on it. For starting, you got your on-off kill switch right here, and then you got your single lever choke pull, and got your decompression release button right there. That's that blue button that you see. Now, hot or cold, use that all the time. It's very important to have that on a high horsepower chainsaw. It makes it much easier to pull over. So, alright, we're going to move over to the clutch cover. Alright, there is a side access chain tensioner right here, which is really nice. It makes it a lot easier to adjust the chain tension rather than the older chainsaws where they're stuck up right against the bar. So open the cover up. got dual bucking spikes, very aggressive. Makes it real nice when you're cutting through a piece of timber. This has an inboard clutch on it. It's where the clutch is actually on the inside towards the chainsaw. Makes it pretty easy to get the bar and chain on, and also make sure the drive links are seated correctly right to the drive there. Also easy maintenance. If you wind up wearing out the drives and you want to replace them, it's real easy to pop the clips off, put a new one on, and go ahead and sink it back on there. Now, this particular chainsaw runs a large bar mount. It's also running a 3/8 chain. Now, the bar mounts have to do with how wide the holes are and how big the guide rail is there. I like to say they have the 3/8 bars have what they call a small, medium, and large. This is what a large would look like. Now, this saw is set up to run a 3/8 chain, and the width you can choose for what you want. 0.050 for the width, 0.058, or 0.063. Most commonly, we sell the most of 0.050. So that's what we see out on the market. And then here's your 3/8 chain that would go with that. Now you'll notice on the side of the clutch cover here, there's a line that follows through all the way over to the top of the chainsaw, right around the hood, and then right down the side of the recoil cover. Those are felling marks or cutting marks. Makes it really easy to make sure you're doing a straight cut or line up a cut against some trees to drop them in the right direction that you want to drop them at. So we're going to go over to the oil cap here, or gas cap. It's got a tether on them. The oil and the gas cap both have those on there. And then for easy storage, if you want to drain your saws dry, those pop out pretty easy. You could drain the gas out of them, fire them up, and run them dry. Same thing with the oil cap in the front. Now this has an automatic chain-driven oiler on it, and you'll see the spot right there. And that's where you can adjust the how much the lubrication's coming out for the chain and the bar. And there's an indicator gauge right there for what directions to go. And it's very important that the chain and the bar are staying lubricated, otherwise you wind up stressing things out, overheating them, and then you replace bars and chains a lot quicker and start stretching chains out really easy. In the winter, it's a good idea to make sure you're using a low temp bar oil. You know, and in the summer you can go to a regular bar oil. Regular bar oil is pretty easy to find. Low temp, it's not necessarily as easy to find out in the market. You typically got to go into a saw shop or a dealership if you're looking for something like this. So, but great to run this below any freezing temperatures and that. And then you can always adjust accordingly to make sure you're not also spewing out too much oil and wasting it. So, on the front right here, you can, this is the beginning of the cast magnesium chassis that's on here. All of the pro saws, or if you're looking at purchasing a pro saw, it's very important to make sure you're getting either a cast aluminum or cast magnesium chassis that the actual piston mounts to. And that's good for being a strong, lightweight material. It disperses heat very well, and it's just very important to make sure whatever pro saw you're picking up actually has a chassis like that. Now you will find a lot of plastic components in the saw still, you know, the tank, the recoil cover, and the hoods and everything, but you want to make sure that your actual main chassis of the saw is cast magnesium or aluminum. One other thing I want you to take notice on is the vibration dampening system that Dolmar runs. It's got a nice oscillation spring right there. There's a couple of those positioned throughout the chainsaw, and what's real nice about that is it isolates the engine vibration from the handles of the operator when you're using it. So I'm going to hold the handles here and push on the engine so you can see how the engine moves independent of the handle system. Once again, it's extremely important to have a good system in place for that. so that you don't have a lot of vibration fatigue getting into your hands and then build it all up into your arms, you know, especially when you're out cutting for a while. Isolation or oscillation springs are one of the best on the market that you want to look for. So those are a few features of the Dolmar 7910. If you got any questions, you know, feel free to send us an email, and thanks for tuning in to our A1 Repairs YouTube channel.